I finally found the list!
Back.
Oh, sorry. Yep.
Yay. Anyways.
Oh, before we get to
Back to the
that,
last world of the game.
we finally realized where all of these freaking mists were coming from.
It's foreshadowing of this place.
Back to
Lao
Lejimba.
Jinbei. The Imperial City of Lejimba.
Because we realized what's been happening, how we kill the monsters.
Okay, what now? I doubt they'll let us in. Let's find another entrance. These castles always have secret tunnels.
I mean, I guess you're not wrong, but
Well, that was a waste of time.
apparently not.
Hmm.
And why don't we just break down the front door? Hey, hey, you!
Huh? Damn, not again.
Oh, this guy. Over here.
Huh?
Time to go to the guillotine.
We're gonna throw you to the dungeon. Oh! Why are you helping us?
Oh, okay. It wasn't always like this. Please, save our empire and our dreams.
Okay, leave it that.
I see. So everybody knows the king's a lunatic. They just had to go
King's
along
gone
with it.
insane.
Yep. I mean, it was pretty obvious, but even still. Now after World 4, we were confirmed for sure.
Yep.
So time for the last world!
Magnetic blocks.
Even new mechanics, even this world. Damn. I don't know why I was surprised by
Yeah,
that.
hang them too.
Ooh, that is nice. I forgot this thing's a little quiet because of... I don't know why this device is always so quiet. Ooh, I like the hand gesture thing, too.
Yeah.
But yes, I finally found the list I was looking for the last few parts because I apparently was putting the wrong keywords. For some reason.
Yeah. The secret word that we were looking for was media.
Yes, of course.
God damn it.
God damn it. Yep, I
So
finally...
how far did we get in that list? Do you remember?
I think we might have gotten to 4. I can go through a lot of the basic ones again.
Just
Let's see. Wait, this list... Oh, never mind. Oh, a different list. Okay, hold on, hold on.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. Okay, there's the list. Okay. There it is. Okay, yes. The top 10 worst tropes in modern media. Just refresher, I think we got to number 4 of it.
Okay.
Number 10 of that was member berries.
Yep.
Basically being like, this is a reference to this.
Nostalgia. Nostalgia whoring.
Basically going too far with that, yep. Number 9, bullets are useless.
Yeah.
Having guns trying to fight superior foes, but it's like, why? Now you're just showing, doing it to show that villains aren't susceptible to guns. Like, yeah, it's just weird. 8, overly masculine female protagonists. One of the things you absolutely despise with the way a lot of the execution has been, especially recently.
Yeah, it made me sort of dislike a lot of
Tomboyish characters in general. Yep.
Subconsciously, it's just like,
Yeah. Number 7, extreme conservation in jutsu. Competent fighters that for some reason because of plot decide to suck.
Yeah.
Because the plot demands character development.
By making characters look bad.
Number 6, poor allegories.
Yeah.
Usually if they're like very heavy-handed in their
being
approach.
heavy-handed in their
typically.
approach because they don't know how to be subtle with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a double-edged sword of that because I've seen the opposite of that happen with
Yep. Okay, number 5 was the last one we went over. Remakes requiring knowledge from the originals, which is an interesting choice.
It's a double-edged sword with that one, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
It very much is, so I get the logic of it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Ooh, this is a bit of a maze now, too.
Yeah.
Oh, you can attach those blocks together, too. I didn't look at that
it's
first
very
time.
much the, like I said, they're very much magnetic.
That is cool.
Super magnetic.
Man, I like that. That's cool. That's a cool mechanic to have in the last world.
Yeah, like I said, this game is, for as short as it is, it's pretty good at,
It doesn't overstay its welcome.
yeah.
It does what it needs to. And doesn't try to do anything more. And Namco, their platformers tend to be pretty short and to the point.
Yeah.
Oh, you just punch them off, too.
Yep. That's how you're gonna be able to get them off otherwise.
The number 4 worst they have on here. Twist villains!
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of that with frickin' the Disney movies. The one they mentioned on this is, Tangled.
Tangled, I think, is not as suspect as, I guess, because the ones I would point to are like, what?
Well, that was like the one that started the trend.
I don't think it's nearly as,
That one's probably
I
not
think
that...
Frozen would be the first one I think of, honestly.
Well, I think Tangled came first. I think this dude's saying this is the one that started the trend. They say, have you thought about it? Well, the answer is that 2010's Tangled was the last Disney movie with one with the villain Mother Gothel. Ever since then, every main Disney movie has had a twist villain. Every single one for 12 years straight.
And most of them tend to be quite garbage in execution.
At least 3/4 of them, yeah.
And so I said most.
Yep, yep. They say Turbo, Bellwether, and... Yep, Turbo, Bellwether, King Candy, yep. But, you know, apparently it's really bad with the fact, you know, it's like, you want to make us believe that you're villains, but you don't paint them as that, and then it just last minute, it's just like, haha, that's right,
I think Mother Gothel is a little bit better than that, though, so that's why I don't want to block her with that.
Yeah, I think I was just saying, like, after Tangled, they just kept going with it.
Yeah, like, Tangled is one of the better ones to pull that trope off, but the problem is so many of the other...
Its oversaturation makes it not nearly as good of a trope as it could be.
Or it becomes a trope that people despise.
Uh-huh.
Subconsciously.
Number 3! Bait and switch protagonists!
Oh, I know a very good...
And the first sense of this is the second thing which falls under the umbrella of what is called woke. I can't stop saying that word.
I mean, I just make fun of that. I mean, I say it like I hate it, but it's more like I make fun of that word a lot because it feels like people use that word as kind of like some catch-22 term.
I mean, yeah.
As if it's supposed to like...
It's woke, therefore it's garbage.
Like, do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
Yep.
Because I make fun of people who use that term so much.
Oh,
it's it's the catch-22 term that's expected to say everything about something's problems, and what you're telling me is nothing.
It's not a white male, therefore it's woke and it's awful.
It's not a male starring in it, therefore it's garbage or something.
Uh-huh. Yeah, bait and switch. Well, Last of Us 2 did that. Warp Door!
So,
or, you thought you were being Joel from the second game, then halfway through, nope, now you're this character.
First,
she's the real hero.
It's like, you're not playing Joel. Well, you're playing Ellie. Okay, fine. Just doing a regular main story. Now you're playing as the person who killed Joel. Okay, what the fuck? Why?
Such a weird time to do it. I know some people respect the game for trying to do that, but...
I think it's more so... it is a big execution problem.
Yeah.
Because I know some people would argue that it's like, if you changed it to maybe make it so that you play through it...
I mean, it doesn't help she's not, like, a great character herself, either.
Or they try to paint her like this sort of savant. That's the biggest problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that all of a sudden you give us this character who killed the beloved character that we founded on the previous game, and all of a sudden you turn him into a savant. It's like, this really isn't helping her case.
Yeah. I don't think her personality really helps either.
I mean, she's just, like I said, like one of those over-masculine girls.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help that they also, like I mentioned this earlier, maybe this is a little bit much, but it's like they also kind of, like I mentioned this as sort of like a dehumanization thing, where it's like they're taking a lot of like the female actresses who are actually a lot better looking when you see them, but then you put them in game, they kind of just uglify them to make them quote-unquote more relatable, and it's kind of, it's disingenuous and disrespectful.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why they have to try to get rid of the beauty of some characters just to make them relatable. That has always bothered me.
Yeah.
One of the examples they gave on this is, the Hawkeye show.
I guess you could put a lot of modern Marvel kind of falls into that.
A lot of Marvel stuff. Loki as well. Oh, and Indiana Jones, the Dial of Destiny.
Yeah. I know some people didn't find it nearly as egregious with that, but even so, it's kind of like... Depends on who you ask. I was never big on Indiana Jones from the start, so...
The Star Wars prequel trilogy in general. Oh, Masters of the Universe. That's right, I did hear people had problems with that show. It's He-Man Masters of the Universe, but He-Man's just gone.
Yeah. So really it's just She-Ra. I know some people will complain about it and be like, oh, well, they deserve to have...
We replaced the main character to be different! God damn it. It can work in a self-contained story, but sometimes trying to do it for an established franchise just sounds dumb.
And it comes off as, like I said, disingenuous.
Yep.
And that's the key word. Disingenuous.
Of course. Ooh. Okay.
Okay, wait, I think I'm this.
Magnetize that, and then take that over, since you should be able to make that jump.
Yep. And there we go. You take me...
Just gotta make sure you don't go through the main door yet. Not till you get the rest of the crystals. Number 2 they have here. Lamp shading.
What's that term for?
A writing term and technique. Lamp shading refers to when media acknowledges something doesn't make sense within it.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know what this term is. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's kind of like trying to
fourth
say...
wall breaking, trying to
do fourth wall break to get the idea that it's
trying to be witty,
smart or clever.
It's like, that doesn't make sense. Like, why would that make sense? And then it was like, fuck it. It's like, you can't just say fuck it. Like, there should be a reason for this.
Yeah.
Like, yep, that is one that can be pretty frickin' bad. They say Marvel's also pretty bad at this too, especially Age of Ultron. When Hawkeye states, we're fighting an army of robots and I'm using a bow and arrow. None of this makes any sense.
I think that one's just like a throwaway line, though, to be fair. That one feels a little bit more throwaway compared to...
It's just an example, I guess, though. Just...
Yeah. But I don't think that one that one feels more like I always I thought that one was kind of more like, a Snyder Mark of shortcoming as opposed to, trying to invent logic in it or whatever.
Basically mentions a lot of these self-insert ideas of something like, yeah, I know this doesn't make sense. Instead of trying to sell it, they're just like, yeah, it doesn't make sense, fucking go along with it.
Star Wars had a lot of that problem as well, to be fair.
That is also true. Oh, brings up Family Guy, a lot of that too.
That's just more so the problem with a lot of their comedy stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And also mentions Warhammer 40k. Because how ridiculous some of that can be. Like, using melee weapons in a very futuristic world like that.
Okay, that one, that's where I kind of draw the line, like I said. Like, that's a case-by-case basis sort of deal.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yes, everyone, like, people use melee weapons, but it's kind of there to give more flavor when those deals. So that one's kind of like the, I give that one a little bit more of a pass.
Oh wait, they're saying that this is actually a good example. Never mind.
Oh, okay, okay.
I didn't read the full sentence. I was trying to figure out what that was.
Okay, because I'm about to say, like, that sounds like, at least that sounds like it makes sense. That sounds like...
They use it, it doesn't make sense, but just enough explanation to given to sell the idea.
Okay.
They at least give a reason for it. I was gonna say, I figured it might have been...
I'm about to say, I'm like, that... I feel like you liked it in Warhammer.
There's also honorable mentions on this list. Such as honorable mention number 1. Old people are always evil. But that's how it is in the real world. Yeah, it is always weird.
That is a very...
There is always something, it feels like a lot of times it's like having the new generation having to trump the old generation's ways.
Yeah.
I do see that a good bit.
It comes off very... yeah.
It's like we have to capitalize the old people's mistakes. They know they're wrong, but they make us have to go through all this anyway. Like, what the fuck? There's that too.
Yeah.
I hate that when it's like they know they're in the wrong. It's like, you have to prove yourself. Like, what? You know you shouldn't be doing this, but you're gonna stand by your ideals anyway? Yup.
Yeah,
the
it comes off as very... what's the word I'm looking for? Shallow?
Sometimes I really hate the way some of it is done.
But it also comes I think part of it also comes from, like, the executives, where it's just kind of like, let's make this faceless sort of antagonist to kind of give the idea that we're in with the young crowd sort of deal.
Right.
Because that's how I always look at it whenever I see those. It's just to give the idea that they think they are clever.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you probably need to block that vent and get to that other door. Might be able to get to that other door through the other end. That's what I'm thinking, at least. At least you always know what portal you're going through. They lay it out very simply for you.
Use the matching numbers. Question now is where...
I mean, where do they lead? I don't know, but you know which one leads to what exactly because of the numbers. I do like that. Honorable mention number 2. I was only pretending to be bad! Quote unquote.
Yeah, that was a terrible trope.
Yeah, it can be rough. Honorable mention number 3. Villains for getting powers. Like how we see a villain in games look like they're all powerful. And then in the final battle, they just kind of don't do some of those things for some reason. That one's definitely not as common, but that can be a freaking...
It's a double-edged sword with that one because that can kind of... It's one of those weird things of how do you make it...
Yeah, how do you make it feel like they're powerful, but make it feel like it's still like...
How do you give them some reasonable sort of...
like way to beat them? You can't just make it like they can just come up with whatever the hell they want, just beat it for no reason. It's like just grant them something for the hell of it.
Yeah.
I guess it's better to do it that way than friggin' have it just be like, here's a random power that'll just miraculously overpower this thing. Why? Because you have to beat the game somehow.
Or, you know, the story's gotta end with the bad guy losing somehow.
Number 4 honorable mention. Kitchen sink multiverse settings.
That's more of a modern problem, yeah.
Basically just going nuts on multiverse stuff. It's like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of things that can happen. We're gonna go with whatever the hell we want. Because we can, because of the multiverse. And sometimes made me tired of the multiverse stuff. It just feels like it's a poor writing excuse to just do whatever they want.
Yeah, it does kind of come off as so much is going on at once, but what ends up happening is becomes very... there, so you can block this off again.
Oh. Oh. Wait.
I got your platform back.
Right. Oh! You have to use that bomb, that's how you hit it. You don't use the arrow thing, you use that. Oh.
Okay, so I think what I need to do is...
Okay. Not enough range. Might have to throw it on top of it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Ooh, okay. That's tough. But yeah, just throwing everything you can in the kitchen sink.
Yeah, but that kind of... Yeah, that's where, like, the multiverse... It also comes to a problem where it doesn't feel relatable anymore, because it just turns into this giant madhouse of chaos.
The ones that mention where it gets problematic include Rick and Morty, the Spider-Verse, the MCU, the Flash movie, Fortnite, Space Jam 2. Space Jam 2 is multiverse stuff, really? God.
I mean, that's how they get all the fan service stuff in there, Herby-der.
The movie's even dumber than I thought. I mean, I heard Space Jam 2 isn't awful, but it's definitely no Space Jam 1.
I mean, it really is just,
it's not awful, but it's not great.
It feels like a... I'm trying to find the best way to describe that movie. It's very much... What the hell is the word? Like, it feels like a very tested and safe movie, if that makes sense.
The last honorable mention they have is everything is subversive. Originally planned to be number 1, subversive media has become so common that creating a non-subversive story is in itself subversive, as people expect subversiveness. Ugh.
It sounds so... Oh yeah, subverting expectations, that's the meme. Yeah. And it comes off as very...
Like everything has to have some sort of twist, some little unexpected turn.
Yeah. Because nothing can't be, you know, straight into the point.
That's one reason people weren't a big fan of Demon Slayer, because it was a very simple to the point story. But then there were people who are like, it's a simple story, that's all it was supposed to be. People are mad it wasn't anything more. But some people are just like, you know what, it's nice and simple, it's a short, easy story to get into, there's nothing like crazy about it, it's nothing amazing, but it's, you know, not trying to be like, you know, really ridiculous.
There's some other stuff about Demon Slayer I'm not super big on, but...
I mean, the anime is more on selling it, but either way. I forgot that was one of the biggest, like, animated films this year. It was, like, 3rd or 4th, like, all the anime movies in the box office this year.
Yeah. It did really well. And
yeah?
honestly, I think it deserves to, considering...
It did, like, 500 mil. Like, man!
Like, it was one of the biggest box office darlings of the year.
I know the Chainsaw Man movie only did, like, 200 mil, I think. I think another one did, like, 180 mil. Yeah,
it might
Demon
have
Slayer.
been JJK. That might have been the last one.
Yeah, that might have been the other one. Yeah. Yeah, I just know the freaking Demon Slayer one was massive. I mean, I have watched the whole anime, so I'll eventually get to watching it just to see how it ends.
Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Demon Slayer on the whole, but I don't...
Yeah. It's nothing amazing, but, you know, I'll at least watch it. It's not one of those things to be decent junk food.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Maybe I'll sit down and finish it out.
I'm better with, like, junk food, like, anime and shows than junk food games. Don't know why.
I'm actually the opposite with that personally, because I feel like maybe with junk food,
Well, I also tend to have them on the side while I play a game, so... It also kind of is that, is like I can just mildly pay attention to it while I'm doing something else. Where a junk food game, I'm just like, eh. I don't know. It's just more of those I get bored after a while. I always just want a little bit of something more than just generic action. That's just me, though. But, yeah.
I guess it's more of, you know, when it comes to the... I just want good focused mechanics, I think is my
I'm not saying I go out of my way to watch all the junk food stuff, but, you know, I don't mind it that much.
Like, junk food shows I don't hate too much. It's
Yeah.
something I just need to, like... Like, junk food shows I don't hate. It's just more like...
Yeah.
I don't know, I just feel like I guess if I'm having, like, a junk food show while having something else on the side, like a junk food game,
Yeah.
I don't know, like, it feels like I don't know, it feels like I'm spending my time doing, like, separating myself between two irrelevant tasks when I could theoretically be focusing my priority on one, you know, higher quality task, if that makes sense.
Hey, it's been making me go through Metroid Prime 4's Desert better.
I mean, you're not wrong, but then you're also considering
I said certain situations, like, when I was playing Expedition 33, I was never watching something while I was doing that, but going through Prime 4's Desert was like, I have to watch something else while I do this, because...
Like, I do have, like, I'll give you, like, I have games like that where it's, like, the background noise while I'm watching, like, YouTube videos and stuff, and that's, like, Elantra was like that, and, what's the other game? Oh, yeah, Balloons Tower Defense, and it used to be Crab Champions for a while, but then I got the Platinum, so I'm like, I got no reason to play it.
Right.
So it's like, those two are kind of like my... If I'm watching YouTube in the background, that's when I watch, because, like, especially when it's, like, you know, the random videos of stuff going on in the background, like, you know, game games and stuff like that.
Right.
Or just, like, random rants of other interesting stuff.
Then again, one of my big junk food games is Mario Party.
Like, when it comes to, like, a junk food game, I'm trying to think about... But yeah, it's like Balloons Tower Defense and,
Something that's not too deep, you can kind of just turn your brain off and just enjoy.
That and Bellatra are kind of like the junk food games for me. Because, like, while there's a little bit more interesting stuff going on with those games, it's kind of like I can still just kind of tune my brain out, and I know the mechanics, and I can kind of just sit there and listen to stuff while things are going on.
Yep. Alright, the number one they have. Oh, yep, that's been my biggest complaint for a lot of things for a while. Explicitly pointing out identity! That's like my least favorite thing with the frickin', you know...
That's been a thing with a lot of modern media.
That's what I
That is like modern media.
That's what I always said, like, yeah, I get you're, like, trying to, you know, go against what the expected norm is in the world by trying to, you know, be, you know, you're different and you stand out because of the differences, but... Yo, you don't have to make it your entire personality. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it comes off as...
When they make the character that's all their personality is, it's like, I'm going against the norms! It's like, Jesus Christ.
Like, I remember watching a particular movie that people were, like, talking about as, like, one of the greatest movies of our time, and that was, like, whatchamacallit.
Oh, wait, you can't move with red arrows, can you?
No, you can't move the red arrows, it's only the blue ones. I really am trying to figure out what the hell am I to do here.
I was gonna say, you could have moved the red arrow to the right, but no.
No, you can't move the red arrows. I gotta figure something out. Can I move this? Maybe?
Oh, wait. Yeah, you get the block up there, and then you can find a way back up to the other side. Do you need the block? You need the block to get up there, though, don't you?
That's the thing. Like, I'm trying to figure it out.
You can't use the enemy to... Can't you, like, throw the enemy down? No, I guess you couldn't. I was gonna say throw the enemy on the arrow and then grab it.
Actually, I think that's the answer.
Like, get the block up there and then use the enemy to try to get back to that side. That's what I'm thinking, if it works that way.
Hang on, I think you might have given me the answer that I was looking for. if it's what I think it is.
I mean, it feels like it has to be it. You can't ride it up. I feel like you just have to get it up there and then find your way up to it.
Yeah, wait, I think you're right. That's what I was missing. So what I need to do is push this up here.
Yep, let it get up there, and then you just gotta get back up to it.
And then I use this.
Yes.
To get onto here. And then I use this again. To get here, keep it going, and then I use this to get up.
Yep, you thought more steps ahead than I did, but there we go. Woo!
Because the moment we were talking about, wait, this thing rebounds for a reason.
I was saying, I imagine the enemy could do that too. They could use
so
that.
I went through 3, so 2's done.
Alright, good. Alright, good. Finally got out of that room. Damn. Some of these are definitely make you think, well, goddamn.
I forgot how taxing some of these can be. Well, I say like it's a bad thing, but honestly... Yeah, I was just here, right? So...
But yep, they go over the trope basically saying all this stuff. It's saying, like, She-Hulk and all that stuff.
She-Hulk, a lot of the modern media that basically just replaced a lot of the older male protagonists or made them bastardizations.
They mention, Rick and Morty, one of the characters, saying, like, I do, that's right, me, the girl! Stuff like that, and Velma in general, apparently. From Scooby-Doo.
I mean, I've heard mixed things about that show. Some people say it's not nearly as bad as some people made it out to be.
It's not good.
It's not good either.
The best episode is when friggin' Scrappy basically kills her off. Like... Ugh. Yeah, I've never been a big fan of Minnie Kaling as a whole, honestly. I feel like she's been an overrated person in the frickin' industry as a whole.
Then again, this is something to do with a lot of, like, the whatchamacallit. It's the nature of Hollywood.
Yeah. Captain Marvel was mentioned there.
Yeah, that's, like, the biggest one.
I could also, because Brie Larson.
And I think that's another big problem, is that so many of, like, the female actresses that follow suit as well come off just as, like, this higher than thou, and they're disrespectful.
Oh, speaking of Brie Larson, you heard she's the voice of Rosalina in the new Mario movie?
That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I get to hear Rosalina talk about girl power, alright.
Because that makes so much sense.
Totally!
Because for some reason, like, my brain would subconsciously think that would be, like, a Daisy thing.
Yeah, you would think.
Because isn't that what most tomboys tend to act like?
They can.
That's like I said, that's the reason why tomboys are such a difficult thing for me to really appreciate, because
they don't necessarily do that, but a lot of them can be like that, yeah.
It kind of, like, that's what kind of, like, it's like the worst incarnation of a tomboy. It's like, they don't, like, I don't know what a cool tomboy feels, like, looks like nowadays.
More tomboy, like, I think it's like they say things like, I don't know, it's more like they do things that, like, feel like they're out of their gender role. But the way that a lot of modern media has done it, it's like they do things out of their gender role, but then they're like, that's right, men, fuck you!
That's like the thing that kind of makes it so frustrating.
That's what the modern media ones do. It's like, yo,
that's what makes it so difficult for me to, like, what's a cool tomboy that I can think of? Because every single time I see one, it's just that...
That's why I always say Samus. Not that she really has a boyish role of her kind, but...
Yeah, I think that's just more like the female heroine stuff. It's like the reason why I like Ripley as well. Ripley is also a cool.
Oh yeah, They don't make the gender like it's part of their character. It's not like what defines them.
Yeah.
Some people like to say it is for Samus, but that's not usually how it is.
Like Samus is not like that at all.
Yep. Like
it's like that's why it's so difficult because like I'm trying to think of like a cool Tom. Like maybe if I look in like the anime scene, like the anime series, I might be able to find one that picks out a little bit more because like Daisy feels so stereotypical that it kind of just brings me back to a lot of like the like this. It almost feels like I'm kind of seeing like the modern ones, and it kind of makes me like it's why I don't like her subconsciously because she kind of.
Yeah, all I really see out of her is she's just high energy. That's really all it is.
Or maybe it could also just be the people that are like super fans of Daisy.
Probably. She's more just high energy. That's really all it is. Not like she's like.
I don't know. Maybe it's just my head playing tricks on me because, like I said, the modern media is.
She's high energy. She's got a little bit of an attitude, but it's not like she's like doing it in spite of any male characters or anything like that.
Yeah, I think that's the part that
Any Mario characters did that, that would definitely be pretty fucking annoying.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I think that's the word I'm looking for. It's kind of like the...
That's what Mario movie Peach was, though.
Yeah.
A bit.
Like, that's why I didn't like Peach that much.
Yes. Believe me, I don't think a lot of people are a big fan of Peach in that movie. She's probably the worst character in Mario movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, there weren't too many bad characters. She was one of them, though.
Yeah.
Toad was fine. Luigi
Toad
was great.
Mario was
acceptable.
Mario.
Donkey Kong, a little annoying, but not necessarily bad.
And Bowser was the best part of the entire movie.
Yeah. Yep. But Peach is the one character I can definitely say was bad.
Yeah.
Like, ugh. Like, I get you're trying to, like, subvert the trope, she's powerful and all that. It's like, they're trying to not make her a complete damsel in distress, but...
It's the double-edged sword of it, because the problem with Peach is that we spend so many games basically turning her into the, you know, being kidnapped by Bowser for so many games that it kind of doubled the female character and basically turned them into, you know, like the dainty, you know, girly type. It's like they're now just these tools that are just basically, they're just a bunch of tools that you can't really do any good, if that makes sense.
Right.